Good morning, and welcome back to Daily Dhamma, a letter to our children. Today is May 28th, and our reading is the Central Scrutinizer. Eventually, it was discovered that God did not want us to be all the same. This was bad news for the governments of the world, as it seemed contrary to the doctrine of portion-controlled servings. Mankind must be made more uniformly if the future was going to work out. Various ways were sought to bind us all together, but alas, sameness was unenforceable. And that's from Frank Zappa, Joe's Garage, Acts 2 and 3 liner notes. All true, but that didn't stop the Central Scrutinizer, either then or now. When Joe, the hero of the rock opera, is finally released from prison, he goes home, dreams his last imaginary guitar solo, and succumbs. He pawns his guitar, gets a job on an assembly line, and fades out. Frank was 50 years ahead of his time and right about everything. In top-down systems, tyranny is not a bug, it's a feature. Authority will stomp the guts out of anyone who differs. At the risk of sounding like a broken record, we practice meditation. It'll give us something to do in prison. So again, that's what we recommend to everybody else. We cannot control the things that are outside of us. The Stoics said it, the Buddhists said it, there are a lot of other wise guys who said it. Taoism and Confucianism kind of goes along the same lines. The Hindus are down with that as well, and probably a lot of other people that we haven't mentioned. The fact is that getting everybody on the same page and making whatever is not forbidden mandatory is the wet dream of every tyranny that's ever walked the face of the earth, and there's no way that we can get around it. These people have more at their means at their disposal than we have defenses to thwart them. And so while we should not voluntarily throw in the towel on our thinking, we do need to direct our actions towards something that's useful. And in many cases, what's most useful is to meditate and to get control of our own mind. Of course, that's only our opinion. Of course, it's very self-serving to applaud Frank Zappa as being a genius. We like him, and anybody who agrees with us must be a genius, I guess. He did 2 rock operas, Joe's Garage, I think there are 3 acts to that, and Thingfish, and neither one of these could be published today. Zappa lived in California. He'd be dragged into the county square and burned as a witch if he tried this stuff. So maybe he's in a happier place now. We hope so. By the way, it's come to our attention that this channel is playing advertisements that we had never seen, never approved, and don't know anything at all about, and we're sorry about that. We don't get that on our feed, but maybe that's because we are subscribers to YouTube, and maybe that's the loophole. But in any case, we apologize. This came to our attention when somebody was listening to the January 17A guided meditation and was interrupted by a screed about drills and drill bits. We didn't know that. Anyway, this is the world we live in. It's just this way. So happy trails to you until we meet again.